Tell me about the night market scene.
So night market is literally, exactly what it sounds. It's a market at night, but specifically, usually they are like really condensed, like foodie fairs or little tiny carnivals, right? Whether
Is
it's
it a truck?
food, whether it's like little smaller vendors, you have people that are selling like acrylic chessboards or little orbs or soaps,
Right. The craft vendors followed the food trucks. It used to be that a bunch of food trucks would just rent out a little abandoned parking lot.
Yeah, pretty
Then
much.
the other vendors started coming with Pokemon cards and light up.
Yeah.
You can sell those, those Roblox swords, that kind of pixel swords.
No, yeah,
That
the Minecraft swords. No, I know what you're talking about.
people will
Yeah,
buy those no matter where. It doesn't matter where you
exactly,
are. Somebody will
exactly.
buy a
And
sword for
they'll
their
show
little
up
kid.
at these markets, because if it works at the big fairs, it's going to work at these smaller markets. With
Now,
that
let
being
me ask you this
said,
though: do people sit down for caricatures?
you'd be surprised. So also it depends on like the venue that you're at. So for example, like literally after we're done here, I have a night market I'm going to tonight at Huntington Beach, right? Like the
Beautiful.
hustle never stops, right? But I'm gonna go there, and at that market, it's from 4:30 to 8:30, and it's on the beachfront, so like there's gonna be people there, and it's on a Tuesday night. I never like not make money at that one.
But
Like
here's the thing, though: don't you have to pay a fee to get in?
yeah, depends on the market, but like for example, this fee was only like $70.
Oh, wow, incredible.
Yeah,
Okay, so
so
that's
no
important
markets
because
typically are
I have
like
to be
that.
honest with you, that discourages a lot of people, not just in LA, but in other cities. They're thinking, you know what, they're going to charge me $400 to set up and I'll never make any money. Or I'll have to do 30 drawings and be exhausted just to break even. But you're saying
Nah,
that's not the case. You're saying
no,
you could break
yeah.
even in three drawings.
Yeah, that's why they're so like good to do, especially since there's a lot of night markets that happen around SoCal, right? I can't do all of them because obviously I'm just one guy, right? So at most I do like maybe 2 or 3 markets each week, right? So it'll like I'll alternate between Thursdays and Saturdays, but I'll always have something Tuesdays and Fridays.
Oh,
And
that's incredible. Great business. And I guess the key to it is you have to have a nice tent.
yeah. What what's
Tell
funny
us,
is
for people who are new, because I'm hoping that like some of the audience of these videos is going to be people who are just trying to get into the trade, and it doesn't have to
yeah,
be caricature because there's a thousand other things going on at night markets and going on at parties. But what is the key to a good tent, and how did you get your tent?
okay, so a key to a good tent is first of all, you have to advertise exactly what you're selling. So if you're selling caricatures, make sure your like either your canopy or your background banner or whatever, your sky banner or whatever, has caricatures on it, right? I always get annoyed when I go to like a fair or something and I'm working with somebody and then there is like no samples anywhere, right? It just says caricatures, right? And people might have an idea what that is, right? Or they'll have like their assumption of what they think a caricature is, rather than just looking at exactly what we're selling and how we draw, right?
Samples are tough though because, and I think this applies to artists, but anybody in any kind of a craft. Your style evolves, your
Mhm.
professionalism and your technique evolves. Maybe the samples that you did last year don't even look like how I draw anymore. You might
Yeah,
imagine.
exactly.
What is the key to good samples? Do you want like celebrities like Will Smith, or do you want you know more representative of the type of people you might see at a fair who don't look like Will Smith?
So like it'll definitely be the artist preference. So for example, for me, I have trouble kind of drawing celebrities a little bit because I don't know what it is in my brain. Like when I draw a normal person, like the likeness is just there. I can get it. But for a celebrity, I don't know why the pressure just sort of doubles in my head and then I just
It's
can't get.
almost like drawing yourself. There's so
Yeah.
many.
Well, for me, like I know what I look like, right? Once you crack the face code of yourself, like you can draw yourself like it's just easy to draw yourself. But it's just like I guess the celebrity code is just a little different. I don't know why. That's just how my brain works. I know other people like think, oh, celebrities are just easy because I know what they look like, blah blah blah. For me, I don't know why. But with that being said, that's why I use just normal people on my banners, right? Plus I have an example of what the person looks like next to the drawing on my banner.
So that people can see, look,
Yeah.
if this is basically what you're going to get, I'm going to turn this into this.
And I have double like examples. So I'll like have the funny ones kind of paired with like the more mild sketches. So if people are more nervous, like, oh, they're gonna blow me up, they're gonna make me ugly. I'm like, well, do you think that one's ugly? And I'll point to a cute one, and then they'll
And
be
you
like,
have these printed right into the vinyl wrap of the
yeah,
tent. It's
yeah,
not like you're rotating these samples. These
no,
are
no.
your
I just have,
stock
yeah.
samples.
I picked like the ones that I really liked, and I thought, and I like asked my family or a few of my artist buddies if like they liked it, and if they thought it's like really funny or really cool, then like, all right, I'm gonna add that to my Google Drive for later. And
So, in
then
other words, whether it's artists or you're doing pottery or any kind of knickknacks, you just have to bite the bullet and say, okay, these are the pieces that are going to represent me for at least the next couple of years while I'm
yeah,
using this tent, and just
yeah,
swallow hard and say, all right, this is the ones. And, even
oh
if you
yeah,
end up hating looking at them after 3 years.
yeah. As long as they gave me laughs that year that I made it, then it'll still continue to give laughs like beyond that, even if I
But
get
you're not one of those artists who can't stand looking at their own work 2, 3 years later.
It depends. I can't stand like in these last 5 years. I can look at work that I've made in the past. If you're
Oh,
looking
good.
at if you're looking at like 8 years ago, no, maybe not. I don't
Sure,
want to look at
sure,
that.
sure.